Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jaded Blossom, and I have a fun lime themed card to share with you today. So I already put those together, but I'll be using the Go Bananas stamp set, Jaded Blossom's layered frame and journal dies, and our fruit dies. And I did put together those limes already. I'm using our glasses dies as well. So I went ahead and I cut out this piece from that journal, layered frame and journal die set, and I cut that out with Doodlebug's gingham linen in the green, and then that fruit pattern paper is from their fruit stand 6-inch pad. And I'm just sort of lining things up, and then I'm going to stamp a sentiment that says wishing you a slice of happiness. Just sort of lining up, where I'm going to stamp that in that little frame using VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. And my Misty, multiple stampings is always better. Just don't press too hard. And there we go. And I did cut those two pieces out again with Paper Ink white cardstock. I just wanted them to be a little bit thicker and have a little more presence on the card. I'm using some Barely Art glue, and I'm going to stack these together. There we go, working on a Stampin' Up pad. All my die cutting was done with my Anna Griffin Mini Empress machine. And I do weight it down with an acrylic block in between. And I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing with this frame piece. There we go. And I'm just lining those two up. So this is just a really cute, fast card. And I do weight that down as well. Now I went ahead and I cut these glasses out 3 times with Paper Ink black cardstock, and I believe I used American Crafts black cardstock as well. Whatever I kind of had lying about, and I just cut it 3 times. I wanted to layer them up just so I had a thicker design element to go on my card, just with, a little more presence. I do glue it using my reverse tweezers, and I do weight it down as well. I just make sure everything's lined up first. And there we go. And then I do weight it down. Okay, next I'm going to layer these 2 layers together and stick them. This is going to be the spot, like my nest, right? My spot where my, where my main image will be. So I'm just sort of lining that all up. Using my Barely Art glue again. And there we go. And I do weight it down. Now I have a piece of Paper Ink white cardstock cut at 4.25 by 11. I'm scoring at 5.5 inches with my Martha Stewart scoreboard and my Teflon bone folder. And I'm just going to make sure that that is folded in half. And then I have a piece of paper from this Swiss Dot Doodlebug pad. And it is cut at 1/8 of an inch smaller than an HE size card front, and I'm going to stick that down on my card base with my ATG tape. And I'm just going to line that up. It's just one of the colors that were pulled out of the pattern paper that I'm using. There we go, and I'm lining that all up, and I'll stick it down. And then on the inside, I'm going to add some pattern paper from that fruit stand pad again. And I believe it's about a 1-inch strip. It was kind of left over. There we go. And I'm just going to line that up about 1/4 of an inch from the bottom of my card base. And I will trim off any overhang with a pair of scissors. There we go. And that's that. And I'm using Doodlebug's odds and ends from Sweet Summer. And I'll be putting those on my card as well. So I've just added another little strip of paper from that Swiss Dot. I don't know, it's about a little over 1/2 inch wide. And I just trim off the end at an angle. Now I'm going to add in my 2 limes. That is from that Odds and Ends Sweet Summer set from Doodlebug. And I'm just going to put the 2 pieces of lime down. And I'm pulling out my Secure White Jelly Roll pen in a number 10, and I'll add a few little highlights and freckles and things just to make these look a little bit more special. I love these little images. I just think they're adorable. So I'm just going to add those to my card And like I said, I love using these odds and ends on the inside of a card. I just think it makes it look so fun, right? So I'll just add a few little highlights, and there you have it. And I'm going to add this last little flower. That's from that same Sweet Summertime or Sweet Summer odds and ends set. And there we go. I just think it looks really cute, right? Now I will reburnish that fold. Now I'm going to stick down this little image. That's that layered frame and journal die from Jaded Blossom, really handy. I'm going to stick that down roughly in the center. I think it's kind of fun, right? There we go. And then I do have my little limes that are already assembled. Those were put together using Doodlebug's gingham linen, new leaf cardstock from Paper Tray Ink, white cardstock from Paper Tray Ink, Nina Desert Storm cardstock from Nina Desert Storm cardstock in 80 pound. And then I also used Doodlebug's dot grid for that lighter color of lime on my sliced lime there. It was just a little leftover piece. You'll see that I did add some highlights to that. And I also pulled out a Copic marker YG17 to add to add a shadow. I did the same thing. I did the same thing on the lime, the leaf. And then I used E47 to add some shadow to my stem, just for fun. Now I'm going to add some glasses to my little limes. This is going to be like an anthropomorphic kind of looking lime, right? Kind of making it look like people. So I'm going to add these fun little glasses that always make me laugh. And then I'm pulling out Doodlebug's, it's called an eye for an eye. And they're just little black dots. And I'm going to use 2 of them in the glasses to make little eyeballs or make little pupils or whatever you want to call it. There we go. And isn't it funny? I just think it's a funny little looking lime. So it says, wishing you a slice of happiness. Now I'm pulling out shape sprinkles. These are called Christmas wishes, and they're just little stars. And I'm going to use the green ones to add a little bit of shine to this card. And like I've said in the past, I tend to hoard these things. I don't use them enough. So I'm trying to make an effort to actually use my shape sprinkles. And there we go. I just think this turned out super cute. And it was a super fun and easy card, right? Super fast. You could easily add a happy birthday to the inside if you like. Or congratulations or whatever you want to put on the inside. Next, I'm pulling out my Pico embellisher, and it's a shimmer one. And it's basically like glossy accents, but a little bit thinner. And it's got a nice fine needle tip, and it has some shimmer in it. So when it dries, it looks like glittery, but it's trapped under a shine. It's really pretty. So I'm just going to add that to the glasses. So in the pictures, it's a little bit milky, but it does dry completely clear and shiny with a shimmer, which is lots of fun. And there we go. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jaded Blossom blog, Be Inspired by the Team. The Jaded Blossom store to get your hands on these amazing products. And thank you as always for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Come back and watch another soon. Bye, everybody.